disagreements began to build up between Dangote and the then Ogun State Governor, Ibikunle Amosun.
Are they ready to have it on record that the factory we are visiting now, Itori, it was because of His Excellency that we came back. That factory was demolished twice. We started building, Ownahomeng demolished it. The second time we started again, he demolished not only the factory, including the fencing. So we left.
If things had played out just a little differently, if the egos had been kept in check, if the politics had been put aside, would Ogun be the one cashing in on the biggest industrial project in Africa? Well, let's be honest. Lagos hit the jackpot with the Dangote Refinery, like full-on lottery win. Now, what does hosting Africa's largest refinery actually mean for Lagos? For starters, jobs. We're talking thousands of them. From engineers to drivers, to welders, caterers, you name it. The entire Lekki axis turned into a buzzing construction zone, and that activity pumped serious money into local communities. Small businesses, they started thriving. Real estate, prices shot up. Infrastructure, the government had to step in with roads, bridges, and all the bells and whistles just to keep up with the place. And let's not even talk about the long-term money. The refinery isn't just some local fuel pump. It's a game changer for Nigeria's economy. It has the potential to drastically cut down our reliance on imported fuel, keep more money in the country, and maybe, just maybe, fix this never-ending fuel scarcity problem. And Lagos is right there, front and center, soaking up the spotlight and the benefits. Then there's the Lekki Free Trade Zone itself, which has exploded in value. The refinery made it a hotbed for investment, local and international. Businesses are lining up to set up shop around the area, hoping to tap into the refinery's ecosystem. It's like Silicon Valley, but for oil and gas. Now, all this being said, if I were you, I wouldn't count Ogun out just yet. After losing the massive Dangote Refinery project to Lagos, a move that still stings, Ogun might finally be on the verge of a major comeback. And leading that charge, none other than Governor Abioduns. What exactly is he doing? Is this just another round of political promises? Or is this something real happening on the ground? To be fair, Abioduns seems to be playing the long game and playing it smart. From the jump, he's made it clear that his vision is to turn Ogun not just into an industrial powerhouse, but the go-to logistics hub in West Africa. Ambitious? Definitely. But considering the state's proximity to Lagos, its coastal access, and the vast land potential, the vision isn't as far-fetched as it might sound. Let's break it down. First off, he's not just talking about industrialization, he's investing in it. As a matter of fact, a huge win for the state came in the form of the Remo Economic Industrial Cluster. That's a $400 million project in partnership with Arise Integrated Industrial Platforms. It's a massive development aimed at drawing in big manufacturing, tech, and logistics players. In other words, it's Ogun's version of Lekki, and Abiodun wants it to compete toe-to-toe. But here's the thing. Attracting business industries isn't just about building factories. You've got to make it easy for investors to set up shop. That's where Abiodun's focus on ease of doing business comes in. He's tackling 3 pain points that drive most investors up the wall: access to finance, land acquisition headaches, and bad roads. For small and medium enterprises, the real job creators, he's working on easing up loan access and creating a friendlier financing environment. And he's not doing it alone. Abiodun has been cozying up to private investors and global partners through public-private partnerships. For instance, he's been in talks with Power Africa to bring stable electricity to Ogun. And we know that power is a deal breaker when it comes to manufacturing in Nigeria. No investor wants to spend half their budget on diesel generators. Now, Ogun State has become so attractive. Even Dangote himself is thinking of coming back and doing some investments.
I must really thank you, Excellency, for bringing economic development to Ogun State. And that is why, having seen what you've done, knowing that you've been doing great work. That is why silently we also came back to Ogun State. We had left before. Honestly, we had left before, but right now we're back in full force.
Then there's land. He's pushing to make it easier and faster for investors to secure land and get paperwork sorted out without jumping through flaming bureaucratic hoops. Add to that his push for better roads and industrial infrastructure. And suddenly, Ogun is starting to look like a serious contender. But here's where it gets interesting. Can Ogun really replicate what Lagos has done with the refinery and the broader Lekki Free Trade Zone? Maybe, maybe not. But the potential is definitely there. Let's not forget, Ogun shares a border with Lagos. It has access to coastal corridors. It already has economic zones. In fact, it's home to Nigeria's first agro-cargo airport and the special agro-industrial processing zone. These aren't just shiny projects to show off. They're tools to draw in the kind of investment Ogun missed out on a decade ago. Of course, there are still hurdles. Ogun has some infrastructural catching up to do. Bureaucratic red tape, while improving, is still a problem in some sectors. But the difference now is the political wheel seems to be aligning with real action. So, can Governor Abiodun pull off what Lagos did, or even come close? Time will tell. But if Ogun keeps up this momentum, invests wisely, and stays focused on being investor-friendly, it might just turn the page on the Dangote Refinery saga and write an even better story of its own. But for now, Lagos is the shining light and the best place to invest in real estate, especially the free trade zones. If you're curious about how you can get started investing, contact us.
Okay, so we are in the basement and we want to really feel what it means and then get into what's happening in here, and then the students are reading and obviously you get the sound. So let's really go inside and feel it.
That video you just watched at the University of Benin, Edo State, is more than 5 years ago. The lesson that I want to give, because it's a real estate channel, a wise man once said, people overestimate what can be done in a year and underestimate what can be achieved in a decade, in 5 years, in a decade. Because when we have New Year resolutions, for instance, people say, okay, maybe you're earning 10K per year or 30K, 40K per year. This new year, I want to start earning 100K. I want to start earning 1 million. And there's that huge jump because we are really, really excited about the new year. But people don't put a plan in place to see that next 5 years, next 10 years, I can start something. And that time is going to come anyways. The 5 years is going to come, and I want you to take one thing from this video, start making plans for the next 5 years. Thank you so very much for watching. I'll see you at the very next video. Kindly like, kindly share, kindly subscribe. Bye-bye.